Welcome back for the final quarter here this afternoon between Corio and Mottawarri, where we see the final quarter brought to you by Kerr's Northside Hire, Corio Village News Agency, Corio 11:17.83, Mottawarri 6:7.43. Corio slipped away from him that corner, David.
Well, 40 points the difference now, Barry. It's a big margin. I mean, they've only kicked one goal since quarter time, Mottawarri, after a very bright opening. I heard the three-quarter time speech. The coach there told him to keep it away from Big Stewart. They put Havey on the ball. They put Little Inglis on the wing, but none of it was to any avail at all that quarter, and they were just a bit good, the Corio side. Waiting on the bounce down to start the final quarter, brought to you by Kerr's Northside Hire and Corio Village News Agency. The hit down comes down, but it spills straight to the big fella Stewart, who does his own roving, kicks it deep into attack. Here's a chance. The hand pass comes across to Swampy Marsh. He's fired with the right foot. I think they've kicked one in the first 5 seconds. They have. A goal kicked by Marsh. The hand pass from Boythroyd was a good one. Marsh streaming down the ground, took it and went bang.
Well, the start Mottawarri did not want.
Well, you didn't have time to put your cigarette out there, Barry. That was that quick, wasn't it? That was straight out of the centre. He stayed down it. The bounce wasn't good, and the hit down was won by Mottawarri, but it went straight to the ruckman who stayed down, the big fella Stewart. Kicked the ball long with a spiral kick. Boythroyd gathered it. Boothroyd gathered it, put the hand pass across. Marsh was running past it. It was as easy as you like.
Right, Marsh's first goal for the afternoon too. He kicked 3 points prior to that.
He's been a lively player.
Yes, he has, across the half-forward line there for them as we wait for the ball to come back to the centre.
And there's the Kerr's Northside High and Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. 89 plays 43. Corio are in command.
Right, the bounce of the ball in the centre. Stewart up against Wood. Favours Stewart, up he goes. Taps it down off. Fapano comes through, picks it up. A high kick down towards the half-forward line. Bit of jostling down here. They set themselves thumped away by the defensive Mottawarri, but a quick kick forward there for Corio by McDowell. Goes into the pocket. He's back onto the ball now. Spears a pass in towards the pocket, and I've lost the ball.
It's knocked away from Cockerell, who was out in front there, but good defensive work with the big fist. Thumped it over the line and out of bounds by the defenders down there. Michael Wood running down to do the ruck work. Paul Meeson down there to help him out. So two around the pack there is Troy Hovey, who's been roving since a half time. Boundary umpire about to put the ball back into play. She throws it in. It's a short one. Wood wins the hit down, knocks it towards the fence. Going in after it there might have been Hutchison, is it? Pulled off the ball. This umpire's paid a free kick, I think, or has it gone out of bounds? We're just waiting here. It is a free kick. He was pulled off it and didn't get rid of it correctly, said the umpire. And Gorth it is, relieving from the deep in the back pocket. Kicks the ball out to half back. Up they go. Cornwall was unable to take the mark for Corio. In goes the player there in Thompson with the hand pass. Wasn't a good one. Couldn't farm it out to his teammates. They stack in on top of it. On the bottom of the pack, Billy Inglis gets up for Mottawarri. He's been a trier for them, and the umpire bounces it.
Up they go. Stewart gets a tap down. Fapano couldn't take the advantage of it. He's back onto the ball now, close to the boundary line, runs it across the line, and we'll have a throw in.
Been a good player, Frank Foppiani, hasn't he, Barry?
Yes, he has. He's played well all day. Right from the boundary line throwing, up they go. Comes back here where a quick kick down by Cockerell, down towards the 10-yard square. Boothroyd caught behind, but the bounce favours him. Runs into an open goal. On the envelope.
What a kick!
Has he done it or not? Yes, he
has. The reverse banana, I think that one was. That was a beauty.
Yes, he gained plenty of yardage there once the ball went over the back. He's quite quick for a big fella.
He gathered pace brilliantly, didn't he? He really put the spikes into the ground and gathered the pace, put it on the right foot. Thought he might have kicked that left foot, but he went the banana and bent it straight through, straight across, and that's his 7th goal to big Rod Boothroyd, the full forward.
I suppose the interest is now whether he can kick 10 for the second consecutive week. If he does kick 10, it'll take him up to 44 goals for the season.
On the Kerr's Northside Hire and Corio Village News Agency scoreboard, Corio 95, lead Mottawarri 43. We played 4.5, nearly 5 minutes into the final quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. And yes, Barry, we've been spoilt lately with full forwards. We've seen Lee Crichton kick 10 goals and 9 goals. We saw the player last week in the Year League game kick 9. Whitfield down there for the other side. Mornington Peninsula, and now we've seen 7 goals on the board to Rod Boothroyd.
From the centre, Stewart gets a tap down again, grabbed here by Cockerell. His handball out to Marsh. Marsh's kick's intercepted, allows the player to run onto the ball here, picked up by Meeson. Meeson out to Coots a short kick to the wing, but it's marked here by Brown. He goes into the centre of the ground and finds Big Stewart.
He's got it again. He's had a lease on this ball today. He won't want to give it up at the end of the game. He's had it most of the day, the big fella Stewart, taking his time. Now fires the hand pass across to Cockerell. Ian Cockerell gives it across to McNamara, the leader of the band, up from the back pocket. He's had a flying kick into the goal square with the right foot. Foppiani, can he kick it off the ground?
Yes.
He's got another one. Frank Foppiani. That's his third. Gee, great play there coming down the ground by Darren McNamara, who's played at full back and back pocket all day, but gathered the ball beautifully there, kicked it long, and the little fella down there, Foppiani, he's been a lively player for them.
Yes, he used his body well down there in the 10-yard square. It was man on man. He had the side-on position and bumped his player just at the right time. The ball went over the back, and he socketed it off the ground, and there's another one on the board to Corio at the 6-minute mark on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock final quarter.
101 plays 43. Corio lead on the Kerrs Northside Hire and Corio News Agency. Corio Village News Agency scoreboard final quarter. He used his body very well there, as you said, Barry. He's not a very wide fellow at all, Frank Foppiano, but did the job well. Back in the centre, Wood rucks again, but he's beaten by Stewart, who taps the ball down. Coming away with the ball there, Hovey. Kick wasn't particular. Now he's got it. Kicks it out towards a wide on the centre wing, and coming out taking the mark is Darryl Russell, who's been a good try for the Mottawarri side. Kicks with his favoured left foot towards half forward. Up they go. The big fella's up. Jason, Judd Gaylard, he's been a handy player, and he takes the mark at half back for Corio.
Right, Gaylard now handballs across to his teammate there, who plays on quickly, spears a pass straight down the centre looking for McMahon. McMahon couldn't take the mark, picked up here for Corio, but he's intercepted by Meeson. Meeson's short kick down to half forward, tap further afield there for the Mottawarri side by Millen, but it's Big Stewart again, gets it out here to Cockerell. Cockerell now spears a pass into the centre, over the heads of the players it goes, picked up here in defence for Mottawarri by Gorth. Gorth out wide looking for Russell. Good defensive play though by McDowell, thumps the ball away. First onto the ball is Cornwall. He's bumped.
He's hurt too.
Over there, good defensive play there for Mottawarri by Wayne Stiles. Sees the ball go across the line and will have a throw in.
Got one in the breadbasket, did Nevada Cornwall. He's still down on the ground.
Umpire brings the ball back into play. Up they go. McMahon gets a tap down. Mottawarri trying to burst their way through the pack. Held without the ball and will go back and take the free kick. And this player
Sam
is
Riggle.
Riggles kicked down to half forward. Got a teammate down there casually. Takes a mark for them down there in Brewer.
The player still hurt, Nevada Cornwall down on the ground.
Right, Brewer's kicked down to the 50-metre line. Russell takes a mark, plays on foolishly. No, the umpire's given him the benefit of the doubt, and Russell will go back and kick from just outside 50.
Might have been a bit lucky, Darryl Russell. He's got a man in short, kicks the pass over. It's a good chip pass too, and it is Danoon, Chris Danoon, who probably started on the bench, Chris Danoon, but he's done a few good things for the side. Having a look now. Decides to centre the ball towards the leader, Wood, who goes up and takes a good mark. Well, he's been outpointed in the ruck, Michael Wood, after starting well, giving away many inches, but he hasn't given up trying all day. Full credit to him, and he's taken this mark only 15, 20 metres out from goal, directly in front, and he should kick this one for Mottawarri.
Right now, Wood coming in with the drop punt. Kicks the ball high. The player ran over the mark, but it makes no difference.
It's a goal.
Straight through the centre, off the boot of Michael Wood, his first goal for the afternoon. And that's come up at the 8.5-minute mark of the final quarter, brought to you by Rockies 24-hour locksmiths out there at Corio Village.
Well, he's been a real try, hasn't he, Michael Wood? He's battled hard all day against, he's got the big boys to beat there, McMahon, Gaylard, Stewart, especially Stewart. They're all big fellas. He's giving away a lot of height. There's the Rockies clock. It'd be played 9 minutes into the final quarter. But full credit to Michael Wood. He's fought on pretty well. He drifted down to the forward line there and did the job, and now he's back in the centre to take the centre bounce as the umpire puts this one down on the ground. Up they go. Stewart wins the hit down again. Running onto it nicely there, picking it up. Might have been Bath. Kicked the ball short. Foppiano picks it up. Hand passes to a running teammate. He feeds it off, and they go down the ground there through McCone. McGilla kicks it to half forward, streaming out, getting the ball here beautifully, picking it up and spinning it back is Baker. Kicks the ball back to full forward, and Boothroyd takes the mark.
Boothroyd was back in the 10-yard square all on his own. Baker could see him there, but he had to do a bit of dodging and weaving to get his kick, and kicked it high, and Boothroyd led onto it, and it has taken another chest mark, going back lining up for number 8, isn't it?
I think it is, yes. I've got 7 marked here, and he fires this one. Goal umpire says it's number 8, son. Well played by the big fella, Rod Boothroyd. 8 goals at full forward. You can't do much more than that. He has kicked far behinds, but he's been a real target for them down there in attack.
Yes, and they come up at the 10-minute mark of the final quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. Rocky out there at Corio Village for all your trophies or locksmithing needs. Call in and see the Rock out at Corio Village. He's just moved his store down near the florist out there at Corio Village, as we see the Kerrs Northside Higher Corio Village News Agency final quarter scoreboard showing Corio 14-17 101, Mottawarri 8 goals 755.
Well, the bench of Mottawarri have made a change. Ty Millen has gone into the ruck to give poor old Michael Wood a rest. He's rucked tirelessly all day and lowered his colours, but hasn't lowered his esteem. He's done very well, and Millen will do the ruck work against the big fella Stewart. Made no difference. Stewart wins. It comes to Foppiano, and Frank Foppiani kicks the ball towards half forward, punched away from Cockerell. Umpire goes in.
Through.
And he's paid the free kick. Yeah, it might be Glenn McLean going back to take it for Mottawarri. He does. He kicks them out over half back. Not a particularly good kick. Put his teammate there under pressure in Gorth. He's good enough to gather it and kicks on the right foot towards centre half forward, looking for Russell. Russell's up and can't mark. Spills out the back. Here's Hovey coming onto the ball. Been quiet since half time. Picks it up and kicks a goal. He's gone deep into attack, and he's found his teammate down there in Brad Evans, it looks like, taking the mark.
Right, Evans, right on the boundary line, the player on the marks right beside the point post. And Hovey, one of the quickest players on the ground, was being chased there by Stewart. Although Stewart didn't make any ground up on him, he didn't give up, as we said.
Oh, he's hit the woodwork, Barry.
Yes, off the boot there of Brad Evans. 1 point is the result.
Well, I've seen Brad Evans play a fair bit of cricket. If that had been a cricket ball, he'd have cover driven that straight through the centre. He's a magnificent cricketer, but unfortunately hit the woodwork with that kick. Coming out of defence, McNamara short kick, looking for the run of McCone, and McGilla gives it across to McDowell. McDowell goes back towards him. Who's this McNamara coming down the ground after kicking the ball out? Well played, son. Kicks the ball towards the centre of the ground. Player there dropped one he should have taken. The hand pass is going to land in the arms of Foppiani. Was too far for him, and dashing out of defence is the player in McLean. And McLean kicks towards centre half forward for Mottawarri, but their defence are too tight. They gather it well. Kick comes in from Corio towards half forward. Oh, beautifully tapped on towards the run of Foppiano. Foppiani couldn't handle it though, going back after it. Well played by Ian Cockerell. He's had a good game, but it comes back there to McLean. They've handball, they've got it away here with a short left foot kick by Ross Barth, but his kick is intercepted and McCone takes it.
McCone in towards the centre of the ground. Up they go in the mark, taken in the centre there by Hovey. Hovey now plays on quickly, goes a shocking kick across the ground looking for Russell. The ball doesn't sit for him. He bends over, picks it up now, gives a quick handball to Danoon, puts him under pressure, dropped it when grabbed for mine. A pack develops and the umpire will move in and ball it up.
A bit of panic there from Troy Hovey. He was on his left foot there, which is his favourite one, and he just went the hand pass, and the poor boy standing still, Danoon, didn't know he had it, and he was thumped.
Right now at the 13-minute mark of this, the final quarter, down it goes. Russell beaten for it this time in the ruck there by Milne. And it's kicked forward here for the Mottawarri side. Going onto the ball now is Brad Evans over there in the forward pocket. It comes back to where Danoon being held without the ball, and over the line it goes. Tapped over by Corio, and we'll have a throw in about 40 metres around from the Mottawarri goal.
Darren McNamara tapping it out, heading for the fence. Done a good job at fullback too, McNamara. He's been an impressive player. Throw in. Up they go. Big Danoon's in there. Kicks on the left foot across towards half forward. Players run on it. Foppiani's in there again. Pushes it to the ground. Barry Walker said he's caught with the ball. The umpire agrees. Barry, you'd have been a great umpire. And that's a free kick going here. Might be Evans again, is it?
No, the Bath this time.
It is too. Ross Barth kicks from the 50-metre line, goes long into attack, player up and can't mark, running back onto it, the defender there in Cockerell. This is the other one, the brother. He couldn't handle it too well, Greg Cockerell. He's found the safety of the boundary line though. We'll have a boundary throw in. Mottawarri in attack. 14 minutes gone in the final quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock.
Right now, waiting for the boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. In it comes. Stewart gets a tap down. Hovey grabs it out of the ruck, gets a short kick towards the goal line, but the defensive Corio comes through, caught with the ball again. By gee, this umpire's dynamite on this, and the free kick to be taken in the forward pocket for Motowari.
Big time Millen, I think.
Yes, it is.
Well, he started in a burst of glory, didn't he? He looked terrific. No, it's not Millen. It's, yes, it is. He started in a burst of glory, but he's faded right out of it since quarter time. He's going to have his shot. He's kicked 2. He might have kicked 3. No, he's offline.
1 point to Ty Millen. That's 2 goals, 1 for the afternoon, and that takes Motowari now onto 7 goals, 9. Right.
Kick in from full-back. It's a beautiful kick too. Found his teammate in McCone, and McGilla has got it at half-back. Puts it on the foot to the centre of the ground. Well fisted away by the defenders. Comes back towards Coots. Kicks the ball into the forward line. Up goes Evans and takes an unopposed mark. Now go back and have a shot, son. You're a long way behind, but he's gone this. Speared it into Hovey. He's narrowed the angle. Hasn't made any difference for the distance. Mustn't have been too confident there of kicking that goal, Brad. The fellow with the ball there, number 5 in Brad Evans. Decided to spear it across. He's found Troy Hovey, who obviously is his teammate. He must know he's a better kick. And Hovey comes in on the right foot.
Beautiful kick.
And he's made me look a fool. Beautiful kick by Troy Hovey. I thought that Brad Evans should have had the kick. Wasn't to be. Found Troy Hovey, and he's kicked his first goal for the day.
At the 16-minute mark of the final quarter here on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. That goal come up for Motowari, and to their credit, they haven't given up here. They've their second and third quarters, they didn't score a goal, but they've picked up a couple here in the final quarter, and they're battling this game right out.
Right, back to the centre, the boundary umpires, both ladies taking up their position on the diamond. They're ready now. Umpire will come in and bounce up. There's the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. Umpire puts it down. Up goes the big fella, wins the hit down. Player going through, tackle without the ball, and you'll get a free kick here for Motowari. Umpire says, bring it back, please, if you don't mind. And Ross Barth throws it back.
Right, this is Millen.
Millen it is. Tumbles the punt on the right foot. Wasn't a particularly good kick. Landed in the arms there of Hovey. Was unable to control it. Comes out here to Billy Inglis. Been a quiet player too since quarter time. Fires out the hand pass. And on the left foot, Shane Coots has had a bang at him. Wait on the umpire here. Oh, a bit of drama there. He waited a long time, Barry, but he put up both fingers. So 2 goals in 2 minutes there to the Motowari side. And as you say, they are fighting the game right out.
Yes, it's Coots' first goal for the afternoon, and that come up at the 17-minute mark of the final quarter here on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. And Motowari, as I said, to their credit, they're still trying, and Corio have stopped a little bit, I think. And
I think their runners went out of the game, Barry, in the second quarter, didn't they? Their little fellas, Inglis and a few of those, were doing pretty well early, Hovey as well, but they just went out of it that second and third quarter and allowed Corio to slip right away.
Right, the ball back in the centre now. Down she goes, a good bounce. Up they fly. Milne gets a hit down again, but it's picked up here by Cockrell. Cockrell puts Corio into attack, kicks down towards the half-forward line. The bouncing ball favours the defender here, coming through strongly in Styles, but his handball's intercepted here by Marsh. Marsh is kicked towards the goal line, and 1 point is the result.
Been off the target a bit today, Swampy Marsh. He's kicked, what, but 1 goal for. I've got him down for here. And just the 1 goal, not a good day's reward from a player that's had a bit of the football. Now waiting on the kick in from full back. The target out here is Shane Coots. Up he goes, but he's outmarked in front by Philip Boyle. Good mark. Now he can nearly land this in the square. Let's see what Boothroyd's doing down there. He's saying kick it long. Kick it long. He did a beautiful kick right into the teeth of goal. Player up might have got the fist on it.
No.
I don't think so. It's a goal. Beautiful goal kicked by Philip Boyle.
That's a second good kick we've seen from him. This one results in a goal, and that's a good answering goal for the Corio side at the 19-minute mark of the final quarter of the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock.
The final quarter, of course, brought to you through the eyes of guest video by Kerr's Northside Hire and the Corio Village News Agency. Gee, he's a lovely kick of a ball, this boy. We haven't seen that much of him through the day. Started on the bench, I think you'll find. But certainly a couple of beautiful kicks he's put right down there. There's the scoreboard. Corio 16, 17, 123. Motawari 9, 963. Kerrs Northside Hire and Corio Village News Agency bring you the last quarter. And here's the chance coming out of the centre for McDowell for the Corio side. He kicks with the left foot wide towards the centre wing. Ball bouncing towards the fence, and it's over the line and out of bounds.
Millen got the tap out there in that ruck duel too. First time Stewart's been beaten for a long time. Right, waiting for the boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. Up they fly. Tap down here and handballed here to Coots. Coots' high kick down towards the half-forward line. A good thump away by the defenders comes to McDowell. He handballs over the top, but running onto the ball here is Bath. Runs through 50, spears a pass down, looking for Woods. Woods allows it
to
go over his head, and it's gone through for a goal off the boot there of Ross Bath. He's second for the afternoon.
He hasn't given in all day either, Ross Bath. He set a fine example for his players, and that one having a shot for goal. Wood did the shepherding, and through she went, and well, we could say a much-needed goal. The game's all over, of course. 20 minutes gone in the final quarter on the Rockies' 24-hour locksmith time clock. But I guess the second division side, playing the first division side, they've done fairly well, I think, Motawari, haven't they? They're about third in the second division, whereas Corio are right up there near the top in the first division, Barry.
Yes, I don't think the Corio coach would be very pleased with this final quarter, because they've sort of faded a little bit. Whether they're taking it easy or not, I don't know. But Motawari is still there.
123 plays 69 on the Kerrs Northside Hire and Corio Village News Agency scoreboard as the umpire starts the ball in the centre again.
Stewart gets a hit out, a handball out here, sees Marsh get a quick kick, an up and under quick. The ball's marked there by Ingles. Ingles handballs to a teammate. Hovey going round the wing, gets a quick kick towards the half-forward line. Comes down here, or is it Russell coming out? He gets a handball back where Danoon runs onto the ball. Danoon now spears a pass down looking for Big Woods, and Woods has taken a mark on the 50-metre line. Right now, Michael Woods to go back and have this shot towards goal.
Been a try for them as Michael Wood waiting on him now. I think he's going to have a kick at this. Puts the boot into it. Oof. Oh, it's a boomerang kick. It's coming right back into the teeth of goal.
Stewart, is it?
But the big fella back there, it looks like Stewart again taking the mark right on the goal line. And unfortunately, Michael Wood just not quite making the distance. Kicks it out to half back. Player up. Over the back it was. Cockrell just stood there and said, I'll have this one, thank you very much. And Cockrell has the ball at half back. But Ian Cockrell played a good game.
Right, Cockrell now kicks the ball towards the centre of the ground. A bit of jostling on there. Thumped away by the Meeson. Comes down where Hutchison is dragged to the ground. He couldn't get a kick. He flips it out now. Handball will get Corio out of trouble again. It comes out wide here where we see it kick forward by McNamara towards a running ball as he plays on. He miskicks it. Picked up by Meeson. He's kicked down towards a half-forward flank. Tapped away. Hovey tries to go through. He was grabbed without the ball, and Hovey to take the free kick.
Troy Hovey with the ball. Half forward for Motawari. Deep into the forward pocket he goes. Player out on a lead. Takes the mark. Wood fires up the hand pass to Inglis. Inglis has pushed as he kicked, and it's pushed the kick-off line. It's 1 point only on the board to the run of little Billy Inglis.
Good play again by Motawari, keeping the ball moving there. And we're waiting for the full-back for Corio to bring the ball back into play in Greg Cockrell this time.
He's done a good job, Michael Wood in the forward line in the final quarter too. After rucking all day, must be very tired. And the kick-in comes in towards half-back. Didn't want a good kick-in at all. And Ty Millen comes in and takes an easy mark for Motawari. Fair way out from goal. Probably a kick in a bit. He fancies himself a bit. The man on the mark standing probably right on the 50-metre line, which I would think here is not quite 50, Barry. No,
it's not. And at any rate, we'll see how he goes here. Comes in with the drop punt. Lovely kick off the boot, but I don't think it's going to make the difference. Up they go. There's Big Stewart again. Off his hands it goes. Touched and through for one behind.
Rush behind there. That was a nice kick off the boot too. Made plenty of distance, but unfortunately just not quite far enough. Now waiting on McNamara down here at full back to bring the ball back into play for Corio. Umpire saying you must go that way.
No, he's keeping the player back off from the being close to the mark. Anyway,
and McNamara kicks to half back. He's almost found the same player in Millen who couldn't mark, but the spill's free, and a chance here as they go into attack. Marsh at the back reads it well. Hand passes over the top. Come and meet it. He did it beautifully too, did the player there in Baker. And Baker spears the pass into full forward. He's in the pocket actually, and Boothroyd comes out and takes the mark. Well, we wanted him to kick 10. He's kicked 8, Barry. He should have a shot here, I think.
Taken too long. Too undecided.
He's a full forward. Surely his job is to kick the goal. Go back and put the boot into it.
Into the centre.
Spears the pass across. A player unattended. Takes an easy mark in Ian Cockerell, who's been unattended for quite a bit of the afternoon. And the number 2 for the Corio side, Ian Cockerell, will have the shot. No closer to goal, but the angle is much, much less. Puts it on the boot. Beautiful looking kick off the boot. Goal umpire says, I'll give you full points for that one. And Ian Cockerell of the Corio side has kicked his 3rd goal for the afternoon. We're about to tick into time on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock up there at Corio Village. Rocky leading locksmith in the Corio.
Right, there we are, 24 and a half minutes into this, the final quarter, as wait for the ball to come back to the centre and recommence this game. We see the Kerrs Northside High Corio Village News Agency final quarter scoreboard. Corio 17-17, 129, Matawari 10-11, 71. Bounce of the ball but in the centre. We've got Big Woods in there against Millen. The bounce, up she goes. Up high there. Millen grabs it out the rucker, but it comes down, picked up here by Bath. Runs through the centre again. Spears a pass down towards half forward, and the mark taken down there by Evans.
Oh!
No.
Ooh, that was a bit interesting. Thought he could have got 50. Evans puts the boot into it. Not a good kick at all. Up to the forward line. Knocked away by the defenders. Running onto it, a chance here for Ray McPhee, who's down there in attack now for the Matawari side. He couldn't get it out though. The ball spills towards the boundary line. I think we'll have a throw in down there.
Too slow.
Ray McPhee, who started very well in the first quarter, but haven't seen much of him since. He's down there in attack, and the boundary umpire about to put this in with Matawari deep in attack.
Right, thumped out by the big fella there to Hutchison. Hutchison's handball to a teammate who kicks it towards centre half back, and the mark's taken there by Brown. Brown hits the turf, plays on quickly, gets it out here to McCone. He's got a panic. McCone runs through the centre.
Oh, Apex over base he went there. Fired out the hand pass, got out well to Brown, who bowled it up well, kicks the ball to half forward, but a beautiful mark backing back into the pack and taking it there. Might have been Danoon. He's tried hard for his side today, Chris Danoon. He's going to kick it out to the grandstand side of the ground.
He's got his teammate over there in Coots, Shane Coots, centre wing. Comes back inboard now. Kicks out towards the boundary in the long run, where he's got a player over there through Brewer. Brewer now picks the ball up. Kicks the ball long towards the forward line. Up high there, taking a good mark for the Matawari side. Is this Russell again? He's taken some good marks down there on the forward line.
I think it is Barry. Yes, he's going back.
Yes, yes, it is. It's Darryl Russell.
He's tried very hard, hasn't he, in the forward line? He's probably been their only consistent forward for the day.
That's right. And yet he hasn't kicked a major.
Yet to kick a goal. Just 2 behinds on the board. I think we can put a goal down for him this time for Darryl Russell. Umpire says it's full points on the board. And the number 7 player for Matawari, Darryl Russell, kicked his first goal 27 and a half minutes into the final quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. The last quarter brought to you by Kerrs Northside Hire and the Corio Village News Agency. He's been probably nearly been their best player, I think, Darryl Russell today. He's tried very hard. There's the Rockies locksmith time clock up there. 28 minutes gone in the final quarter now. And on the Kerrs Northside Hire and Corio Village News Agency scoreboard, Corio 17-17, 129, lead Matawari 11-11, 77, 34 shots to 22, and the result lies therein.
Right, the ball back in the centre. Down to turf she goes. Favours Millen. Millen goes up, but he's beaten by Stewart. But he battles it out, Millen. He's back onto it now, trying to get it out here. On his hands and knees is Inglis, but the umpire's called for the ball and we'll have a ball up.
Ball up midway between the centre and centre wing. Just slightly in the Matawari attacking zone. The bounce down, up it goes. Millen goes up, wins the hit down this time towards Inglis. He's unable to grab it, and Brown fires out the hand pass. Wasn't a good one. Bath overruns the ball. It's picked up by Coots, and Coots kicks the ball towards the centre of the ground. Up and under it, but player couldn't take the mark. Knocked away from Frank Popiani, who goes in after it. In they go. The big fella there, Hutchison, uses the body well, but it comes out to Danoon, and Danoon kicks the ball into attack. Spills back towards the player here in Rigall. He couldn't pick it up. They dive in after it, Matawari. The kick comes out from Wood. Just kick smothered. And coming out of defence, a chance here. It landed straight in the arms of the big fella who was standing there picking his nose, Stewart. And now he kicks the ball to the centre wing and he's found his teammate.
who plays on quickly, looking for Boothroyd, but Boothroyd's caught behind this time, and the mark taken for Motawari there on the back line that was taken by Gorth. Gorth goes out wide where he's got Hovey. Hovey now runs through the centre wing, kicks the ball long down towards half forward where he's found Evans. Evans now, half forward flank, comes kicks into the man on the mark. He leant back, allows the defender for Corio to come through strongly, which he does. Kicks out here where he's got Marsh on his own. Marsh takes the mark, hits the turf, looking further downfield, taking a bit longer to kick it. Kicks it high, looking for Boothroyd down there. They set themselves, thumped away from him now. Up they go, tap further afield, going in there for the is Meeson for the Motawari side. Runs straight across the goal mouth, kicks out here to half back. A player all on his own for Motawari. The ball won't sit for him. Had his head pulled off, and he'll take the free kick. And
Mickey Finn, I think.
This is. Yes, it is.
Mickey Finn. He's got the freak. He doesn't know what to do. He hasn't had the ball much today. Mickey gets it across to his teammate there in Ross Bath, and Bath spears the ball with the left foot. The kick didn't have enough carry on it, though, for Ty Millen, and the mark taken by Mark Brown. He gets it across to a teammate, fires the hand pass out quickly to McDowell. McDowell will give it across. He does to his teammate there in Hutchison, is it? Puts it on the kick. A big high spiral punt into the goal square, unable to take the mark. Boothroyd's a chance off the ground. He can't get the foot to it. He almost trapped it. Well knocked away by Stiles there, and Stiles does well because he gets it to his teammate who's led a stream out of half-back and kicks to half-back where Coots takes the mark. Plays on immediately and spears the pass into the centre of the ground. Oh, pushed in the back over Motawari player there. Not paid by the umpire. Play on the call. Here's the chance for Brewer. Picks it up. Has a bounce. Decides to have two. Fires out the hand pass over the top in the direction of Evans. Brad Evans has a flying kick at the goals. It's right across the face of goals though, and it's over the line and out of bounds. Left forward pocket. Motawari in attack.
Been a long day for the boundary umpires. The girls are getting a little bit tired and just got caught behind the play there. Gives the cameramen time to aim up their shots. Waiting for the boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. Up they go. Woods gets a tap down, a good tap down too to Cook, but he just couldn't get his boot to it. Picked up there in defence and kicked away by McNamara down towards the centre wing. Oh, what a great mark for Motawari there to Millen. Millen gets a handball onto Bath, and Bath short pass into the forward line, and he's found a teammate there, and he would be about 40 metres out, directly in front, and this is Sam Regal.
This is probably the best their forward lines work for the day. I mean, with Wood moving around, and Evans has given them a bit of bite in the pocket. Perhaps that's why they might line up next week. We'll wait here as Sam Rigor comes in. Kicks with the left foot. And
kicks where he ran.
Kicks where he ran, said Barry Walker. Correct call. And 1 point only on the board at the 31.5-minute mark of the final quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. And this last quarter brought to you through the eyes of guest video by Kerrs Northside Hire and the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. The kicking was a short one, landed in the arms of Hutchison. He fired it out to Foppiani. Foppiani's given it across to his teammate in Gaylard, and the big fella decides to have a bit of a run and a bounce, and now he puts it on the foot. A long kick too, down to half forward, punched away well by the defender there in Stiles close to the boundary line. It's over the line and out of bounds. Corio in attack, half forward flank, scoreboard side of the ground.
Right now waiting for the boundary umpire to bring this ball back into play. Up they fly. Ball comes to turf, close to the boundary line. Going in there is Meeson for Motawari. Picked up here for Corio by Fapano. Kicks down towards the pocket, close to the boundary line. Over it goes, and we'll have another throw in. Or was it a free kick on the full, was it?
Just waiting on the boundary umpire's decision. It is a free kick. And the free kick, yes, it's going to be a free kick down there in defence. Motawari, a chance to clear the ball out of the fence. Nice kick too, out towards half-back. Up goes the big fellow taking the mark is Ty Millen. The other big fellow, Stewart, jumped all over the top of him, but Millen had the presence to stand there, take the mark, fires out the hand pass to a teammate running past, who kicks to centre wing, and a good mark taken by Hamish Gorth. He wants to play on. I think he's just about off. The umpire said no. Bit lucky there was Hamish. Now he wants to play on. Bath run past, but he feinted the hand pass and kicked the ball with the right foot deep into attack. Oh, up they go. Beautiful mark up there to Russell. Out in front, put the big hands up, and he takes the mark. Darryl Russell going to have the shot. We should have the shot. He's probably about 45 metres out from goal. He kicks with the left foot. He ran to the left, kicked to the left. He's hooked it back, but not far enough. And it's 1 point only on the board to Darryl Russell. He's kicked 1 goal 3 today. And at the 34-minute mark of the final quarter, I don't believe this is a very long quarter, Barry Walker. We're earning our money. They get 1 point on the board. The kick out comes out and a mark taken here by Cousins.
Right, the kick down towards centre wing for Parno in front, being held, and will take the free kick between centre wing and half-back flank. Right now, for Parno, kicks down here towards the centre, looking for Marsh.
Oh, beautiful mark.
Great juggling mark there by Marsh on centre wing.
Been a good player, Swampy Marsh, today.
Right, Marsh now centres the ball towards centre half forward. They set themselves over there. Up they fly, brought the turf. At the bottom, Cooch gets a quick kick. Now a race for the ball. First onto the ball, suffering it off the ground there was Styles. Out wide as the siren sounds to end this game here this afternoon at the Shell Reserve between Corio and Motowari. With Corio running out winners, but last quarter they were not convincing. Goal kickers, David.
Goal kickers, first of all for Motowari. Michael Wood kicked 1 goal. He played quite well in the forward line the last quarter too. Ross Bath got 2. Darryl Russell kicked 1. Shane Coots kicked 1. Troy Havey got 1. Ty Millen got 2 very early in the game. Hamish Gorth kicked 2. And Richard Brewer kicked 1. Whilst for the winning side, Corio, we had Ian Cockrell kicking 3 goals. Frank Foppiani kicking 3. We had Rod Boothroyd kicking 8 goals in a fine display at full forward. Philip Boyle got 1. Greg Hutchison got 1. 1 to Swampy Marsh. And that was the goal kickers for the Corio side.
Better players on the day. For the Motowari side, I thought Paul Meeson at centre half back tried very hard for his side here this afternoon. Michael Wood in the ruck, lacking inches, was probably beaten in the ruck all day, but at least he kept trying around the ground, went to the forward line in the last quarter and kicked a major. Brad Evans come to life in the last half of the game. Ross Bath tried very hard all day. The fella at centre half forward and Darryl Russell wearing the number 7 Guernsey, I thought played quite well for them. Cooch did a little bit around the ground. Another great trier for the Motowari side was Troy Havey. I thought on the wing, all roving, he put in a great effort for his side here this afternoon. A bit further down, I suppose David Cookie faded in and out, but he was there trying, and Brewer was another one that played quite well for them, the number 34. For the Corio side, they had many good players at certain stages of the game here this afternoon, drifting in and out. Nevada Cornwall was one of them. Ian Cockrell played quite well. Mark Brown did well for his side. Frank Fapano played well for 3 quarters, I thought. I thought his third quarter, as I said before, the players sort of drifted in and out. I thought that was probably his quarter for having a rest. Peter McCone across the half-back line did quite well. Boothroyd kicking 8 goals down at full forward. Boyle coming on. He also did well. Greg Hutchison. Built like a tank, not frightened to put his body on the line, played well for the Corio side, as did Craig Marsh on the half-forward line. The 2 big fellas in Mark McMahon, or 3 big fellas in Mark McMahon, Judd Gaylard and Mark Stewart. I thought Stewart controlled the game. The other 2 did their bit when required, but all in all, I thought Mark Stewart was the one that set Corio alive just after half-time, and I thought he did very well throughout the day, rucking, marking, and also in general play around the ground.
I thought Craig McLaughlin was doing quite a good job on Rod Boothroyd till he went off with that nasty gash over the eye. The ball was coming down there a bit, and I thought he did a fair job for his side. And for the other team, I wouldn't leave out Darren McNamara out of the best players, the full-back for Corio. I thought he played pretty well. And also Mark McDowell, number 23. I thought he had a very good game.
Yes, all in all, you know, the game, the first quarter was very good, but, you know, then it's sort of the kicking let both sides down. Corio got a run on in the third quarter, played great football and got a very decisive lead, but to Motowari's credit, they came back there in that last quarter and they kept them honest, and I don't think the coach of Corio could be very happy with their third quarter effort, as a few of the boys over there getting stuck into the Motowari side players by the look of it, but that's not very good for football, fellas.
No, we don't need that at the country football.
You know, let's forget that. We're here for an afternoon of entertainment on the ground, and once the boys get off the ground, we'll at least give them the courtesy of getting into their rooms. Any rate, that's about all we can come up with here today. Don't forget that the video of GDFL games can be seen at the Lammy's Bar on a Wednesday evening down there at 7 o'clock each week.
And we've got to give our APCO Easy Shop Best Player Award on the tape now, Barry. Who'd you go for?
Well, I would have to give it to the, I believe, the cog in the centre of the wheel for the side here this afternoon in Corio, and that was Mark Stewart, the big ruckman. I thought that he rucked well. He took marks around the ground. He kicked the ball well, whether kicking long or whether kicking to position. His passing was quite good all day also.
I couldn't agree more. Mark Stewart did very well. The only time I think the runner went out was when he had that little lapse in concentration that you picked up on the tape there. Mark Stewart has won the APCO Guest Video Easy Shop Award.
Right. As far as the game is concerned today, I think Corio deserved their win all in all, but as I said, their final quarter fade-out wouldn't satisfy their coach, I don't think. Not a worry. Well, to their credit, they performed well all day, and they came back in the last quarter.
I think they take a bit of heart from today's performance, Barry. I thought they fought back pretty well. They jumped them early, but then had a bit of a bad patch. But in the last quarter, they fought the game right out, and they're playing a superior side, getting back into the second division next week. I think they'll be right there.
Right. Well, on behalf of the guest video production team here this afternoon, the boys on the camera, and Scotty Parker downstairs there's the final score, the Kerrs Northside High Corio Village News Agency final score showing Corio 17-17-129, Motawari 11 goals 13-79. And on behalf of my co-commentator,
David Cook,
this is Barry Walker for Guest Video Productions, signing off, hoping that you enjoyed this tape as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you, and we hope to see you down at Lammy's Bar there on Wednesday night for the replay of this game and other games throughout the year. Barry Walker signing off for Guest Video Productions.